guys, welcome back to another Makeup Monday. Today's video is I'm going to show you how I do my updated drugstore foundation routine, and this is especially great for summertime, especially great for oily girls. So let's jump right in. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my Rock Daily Moisturizer, and I like this moisturizer because it is moisturizing and it has an SPF of 30 in it, so that's great for daily wear. In case you guys see, yeah, my hands are orange. Yeah, I had a little bit of a self-tanning disaster. And I know a lot of you are like, no, what in the hell were you doing with self-tanner there, tan ass girl? Long story, but it's for you guys, so. Okay, so I'm gonna just make sure my moisturizer is all the way rubbed in. Gonna let it set for a few seconds, and then I'm gonna move on to primer. Primer is optional. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. I have really oily skin, so I like to use my Revlon oil controlling primer in my T-zone. Actually all over the place, but I start in my T-zone and I like to get a good coat of it up there. And I keep screwing with my hat. I know a lot of you are going to be like, why do you have a hat on? What's going on with your head? Are you bald? Yes, I'm bald. Nah, I had a surgery, and during the recovery, I shaved my head, and I'll have some updates in my bottom bar. Now, I'm going to use Revlon Color Stay Foundation. The color that I use is Mahogany, but I did have to mix caramel into my Mahogany. And I also mixed in Cappuccino from the Revlon Nearly Naked line. So I have kind of a little custom mix going on. And now I'm going to apply it with a stippling brush. Very lightly. I like to blend and then stipple. Under my eyes, I go back and forth. Across my forehead, I do the same. For concealer, I'm going to use the CoverGirl Olay Concealer in Medium Deep. It's a creamier consistency, so it has a good coverage. And I like the color. It's not too bright, but it works pretty nicely as a highlighter. Just go right on so you guys can see the color really well. Okay, so as you can see, my concealer and my foundation is done. It's pretty decent coverage. I like to go in and set my foundation usually. Now I'm going to go in and set my under eyes, and I'm going to use a little bit of a new powder. And this is from Iman, and this is the Clay Medium Dark. And I just want to use it as a slight highlighting powder underneath my eyes. Just going to go ahead and brush that kind of as a highlighter in the center of my face. Go in with a CoverGirl bronzer, which is my darker bronzer, and I'm going to go in bronze, and I'm going to do that before I set my foundation with my translucent setting powder, because I like my bronzer to be kind of dark, and if I apply that on my foundation before my translucent setting powder, it just works out better that way. I just like to lightly sweep some over my eyelids for a little definition. I'm going to go in with my NYC Smooth Skin Translucent Setting Powder and my Sonia Kashuk fan brush, and I'm just going to lightly sweep that all over, collecting any stray hairs and sweeping up any excess oil or product. Now I'm going to go in with Wet n Wild Heather Shimmer. I always say Heather Shimmer. It's Heather Silk. And I'm just going to place that along the sides of my cheeks. Sweep it over my lids. For my lips, I'm going to use Revlon Just Bitten Stain Balm or Balm Stain in Honey. I'm going to run my Revlon Brow Fantasy through my eyebrows lightly, just for a little bit of definition and a little shape. I don't want to make them look too done. For some mascara on my Okay guys, so there you go. That is my monthly favorites in a face video. If you want to add a little something extra, you can add a little bit of a shimmery color to your tear duct. I actually have my e.l.f. palette right here. You can add a little shimmery color to your tear duct if you want. You can even add a little bit of a shimmer down your nose to kind of make your nose stand a little taller if you want. And then your tear duct. And there you go, so you can see my whole face. I hope this was easy for you guys. Loving all these products. This is definitely one of my favorite face of the days. If you guys have any questions, leave them below. Check out the winner from last week's Makeup Monday video and also the winner from my Boleto airbrush system. Okay, if you have any questions, leave them below. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for commenting, rating, and subscribing. I'll be in touch and hopefully you'll do the same. Bye.